Hello, my name is Dr. Makis Tzioras and I am Research Officer at Scottish Brain Sciences. And for this Stress Awareness Month, we are working towards understanding a little bit more about what goes on in our brains during stress and how can we manage stress a little bit better. So the theme of this month is little by little. So what small actions can we take to reduce stress and make our lives a little bit better? Well, I think we have a lot of lessons that we can learn about managing stress through how our own body manages stress, and specifically our brains. Our brains are truly fascinating organs, and they are doing so many things at the same time. One of these things is that they are forming these incredible structures called synapses, and this is where two nerve cells are coming together to talk to each other and communicate from one end to the other and pass on this communication to many other cells down the line in order to cause all of these responses, whether that is thinking or remembering. And as we all know very well, in Alzheimer's disease, unfortunately, there can be a lot of negative effects in memory. And what we know happens is that these connections, these synapses, can actually go away in Alzheimer's disease. One of these ways that this can happen is when your immune system gets overly activated. And one of the things that we know can activate our immune system is actually stress. So stress is really negative in the rest of the body, but it's also really bad for our minds and our brains as well. And one of the things that can happen is that the glial cells of the brain can get activated. And these glial cells are immune cells of the brain that once hyperactivated can start destroying the brain by eating away at these synapses. So we know in Alzheimer's disease, the synapses can go away when these glial immune cells come and start eating the synapses. And by losing those synapses, those connections, the brain can no longer communicate properly, so processes like thinking and remembering will then start to go away. Well, we have a lot to learn, I think, about our own lives and how to deal with stress, because one of the most effective ways for us to combat our daily stressors is through communication, and it's through communication with the people that we love and the people that we love that are around us. So having these strong bonds and these strong communications with these people is really beneficial, not just for our minds, but for the rest of our bodies. And the rest of our bodies can then influence our minds. And it's a two-way street. The two are working together. So we know very well that having these strong bonds between people, these strong communications from one synapse to the other, from one friend to the other, this is really key in our brains working properly, but also for our minds to be healthy. So for this Stress Awareness Month, we can learn a little bit more about what goes on in our brains during Alzheimer's disease, to also remembering how to strengthen these communications and these bonds with the people around us.